Okay. Good afternoon, all of
Good
you.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you all? Fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good to see all of you. Let me start with the class then. I won't take for that long. Okay. So yesterday we discussed on primitive medicine. So the first thing we discussed was about supernatural theory, and the second one was Indian medicine. Okay, so the Indian medicine, it's not complete. Okay, you just change the paragraph. Is it visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, you just in the next paragraph you write this. Indian medicine, you continue with yesterday's note and then you write down this last paragraph. For the last paragraph. Okay. Finish writing this paragraph?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, first you write and I will explain. Okay, so you see the medical systems that are truly Indian in origin and development are the Ayurveda and the Siddha system. Okay, so these two practices, medicinal practices, Ayurveda and Siddha, is Indian in origin. Okay, it is totally Indian. So it is Indian in origin. Ayurveda is practiced throughout India. Okay, and this system of practice is still going on even today. Okay, and in Ayurveda is what? I guess you all have heard about this word Ayurveda. So it is one of the oldest system of medicine. Okay, from very early times, people have used this system of medicine, the Ayurvedic system, and it is one of the oldest types. Okay, and it is totally Indian. And in this system of medicine, what you will see is they mostly use plants. Okay, they mostly use herbs. Okay, mostly herbs and plants are used for making this such kinds of medicine. And they also prescribe for nutritional diet. Okay, your diet should be very much nutritious. Also, they go for yoga, exercise, aerobic exercises, okay, walking, and a healthy lifestyle. So all this comes under the Ayurvedic medicine. Okay, and it is practiced throughout India, but the Siddha system is practiced in the Tamil speaking areas of South India. So this Siddha system is also Indian in origin, but it is till today it is practiced in the South Indian in South areas. Okay, in the Tamil speaking areas, even today they still use this system of medicine instead of going to hospitals. Okay, mainly in the rural areas, instead of going to hospital, this Siddha system is still used. Okay, and this Siddha system, it is mainly based on meditation. Okay, they meditate day and night. They will meditate and spatial prayers. Okay, spatial prayers. Then spiritual discipline. They do long fasting. Okay, 30 days fasting, 40 days fasting, 2 months fasting. So 10 days fasting, they do long fasting in order to achieve something. And they also try to meditate. Okay, meditation in order to achieve power and immortality. So this system of practice is still found in India even today, both Ayurveda and the Siddha system. The main difference, if I tell you the main difference between Ayurveda and Siddha is that Ayurveda is mainly based on plants. Okay, medicines will be uprooted from plants, roots, herbs. Okay, mainly from that, and it will mainly depend on your lifestyle, nutritional diet, and also exercise. Okay, mainly aerobic exercises. So, but in Siddha, they go for meditation, spiritual discipline, and yogic practices. So all this comes under your Siddha system. So this is the main difference between Ayurveda and Siddha, which is practiced even today. But this Siddha is mainly practiced in the southern part of India. This system differs very little both in theory and practice. Okay, Ayurveda by definition implies the knowledge of life or the knowledge by which life may be prolonged, and it has originated back from the Vedic times. Okay, before 5000 BC, even before 5000 before Christ, also this Vedic system of medicine was in use. Okay, so this is all about your Indian medicine. Okay, got it? Acha,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me, what do you mean by Ayurvedic system of medicine? Say first. Ayurvedic,
Plant-based medicine, ma'am.
huh?
Plant-based medicine.
Herbs and all that. And
Yes, ma'am.
and
And exercises.
exercise. And what about the Siddha system? Given?
Based on spiritual knowledge and all.
fasting and all that, right? Fasting, meditation. So this is the main difference between Ayurveda and Siddha. And Siddha is mainly practiced in which part of India?
South India.
Okay. So this is all about your Indian medicine. So if I ask you to write a short note, you should be able to write on Indian medicine. Okay. Next, this is very important. Germ theory of disease. So germ theory of disease, you write it down. You can write till here. These lines, no need to write. First write down the germ theory of disease. This is very important, okay? It surely comes for exam, so you should study the germ theory of disease. Finish writing?
Yes, ma'am.
All of
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this germ theory of disease is very important. Okay, and it was propounded by French bacteriologist Louis Pasteur, okay, in the year 1822 to 1895. Okay, he demonstrated the presence of bacteria in air. Okay, he was the person who have found out that the sicknesses and diseases was mainly caused by bacteria which was present in air. Okay. For long, man was groping in darkness about the causation of disease. That means people were still unaware of how the disease came into form, why the people were suffering. So this thing was not known to many people, was not known. Several theories were advanced. Were advanced from time to time to explain disease causation, and they also believe in supernatural theory of disease, which I already told you. The supernatural theory is mainly upon that is mainly, what does it mean, supernatural theory? What is the definition of supernatural theory? See, you have written the notes, no? Supernatural theory of disease. You know or not?
The primitive men believed in ghosts, etc. Man.
They believe in the wrath of gods. They believe in karma. Okay, so all these things were there before, earlier. So now, what Louis Pasteur did in 1822 to 1895, he have found out that these diseases were mainly spread because of the presence of bacteria in air. And they also believed in noxious air and vapors. Noxious itself means poisonous. Okay, poisonous airs and vapors were also the cause. They believed in that. He disapproved the theory of spontaneous generation. The spontaneous generation of theory was disapproved by Louis Pasteur. Okay, again in the year 1873, Louis Pasteur advanced the germ theory of disease. And later, after Louis Pasteur, in 1877, one more bacteriologist, Robert Koch, he found out that anthrax was caused by a bacteria. Okay, and the discoveries of both Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch confirmed this theory. That is the germ theory of disease. So microbe after microbe was discovered in quick succession. Okay, so they have found out many kinds of diseases. Sitting in the laboratory day and night, they have found out gonococcus in 1847, typhoid bacillus in the typhoid bacillus, then pneumococcus in 1880, tubercle bacilli in 1882, and cholera vibrio in 1883, diphtheria in the year 1884, and so on. So these were the bacteria that they have found out. Okay, after studying in the microscope. So this gonorrhea, okay, the first one is gonococcus. The name of this gonococcus is not gonococcus, the full form will be Neisseria gonorrhea. Okay, it is a bacteria, it is gram-negative bacteria. Okay, and this disease can mainly give you symptoms of fever, then you can go for frequent urination. Okay, day and night you will feel like passing urine only. So frequent urination will be there, the person will suffer from fever. Okay, from normal what is the normal axillary temperature? What is the normal axillary temperature? Say fast.
36 degrees Celsius, ma'am.
So if it is above 36, then what will happen? The person will suffer from body ache.
Fever, ma'am.
Fever. Okay, so in this case, in this kind of bacteria, the person suffers from fever, then frequent urination will be there, and sometimes swelling and also pain in male genitalia. Okay, not for females, but for male. Next, coming to your typhoid bacillus. Typhoid bacillus is also caused by bacteria. Okay, it is a bacterial infection, and this typhoid bacillus is mainly spread by indigestion of food. Okay, mainly transmitted by contaminated by consuming contaminated food and water. Okay, and the symptoms may include fever, you might have pain in the abdomen, you will have loss of appetite, you won't feel like having food. Okay, so whenever you eat food outside, okay, especially all those junk foods, you should be very careful where to eat. There you have seen in the hotels also, like they just put water in jug. So as much as possible, you should avoid drinking those water, because you do not know like for how long the water was there in that jug. Even the jug was clean or not, you do not know about it. So it is better you just drink your own water. Take from home, carry a bottle, take your own water. It is more better. Okay, instead of drinking contaminated water, because through all this contaminated water only waterborne diseases are there. Okay, we'll study in the next class waterborne disease. So waterborne diseases are mainly spread by drinking contaminated water. So whatever you consume, you should be very much careful. Don't take it lightly. Okay, कि माने बाहर just I am going outside, let me just have anything. Whatever you eat, you should be careful. Eat healthy things. Okay, junk food also you can have, but be careful. Next is pneumococcus. Okay, the name of this pneumococcus, it is mainly Streptococcus pneumonia. The name is mainly Streptococcus pneumonia. Okay, in 1882, in 1880, it was discovered. Okay, it is a gram-positive bacteria. It is a gram-positive bacteria. Okay, and this Streptococcus pneumonia itself means it will spread in your lungs. Okay, it invades the lungs, especially the upper respiratory tract. It is an upper respiratory tract infection. Okay, and it will invade the lungs, causing infection. Okay, first it will go to your lung, it will cause infection in your lung, then you will cough, you will sneeze for days. Okay, and after that, when it will slowly, when this bacteria slowly reaches your brain, then what you will suffer? You will suffer from meningitis. Okay, so that is pneumococcus. Next, coming to your tubercle bacillus. It was discovered in the year 1882. So tubercle bacillus, the other name is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Before you already heard about this name, TB, tuberculosis. So it was the previous name was the new name is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And this Mycobacterium tuberculosis was also found out by Robert Koch, not Pasteur. Okay, Robert Koch was the person, and it is a communicable disease. As you know, TB is a communicable disease. It will mainly affect your lungs. Okay. Whenever you meet a TB patient, you should be very much careful. You should always use your PPE, wearing your mask and your gloves before doing any procedure with the patient. You should maintain a distance. Okay, and also the symptoms will be the patient will suffer from chest pain, cough. Okay, he will have blood in his mucus whenever he coughs. Sometimes there might be presence of blood in the mucus. So that is tubercle bacillus. It was founded in the year 1882 by Robert Koch. Next, coming to your, what is that? Cholera vibrio in 1883. So cholera vibrio, it is a gram negative one. Okay, streptococcus, this pneumococcus is it's gram positive, but cholera vibrio is a gram negative bacteria, and this is also same. Okay, it is also same like your gonorrhea. This is like gonococcus. This cholera is also mainly spread by drinking or eating contaminated food and water. Okay, and the symptoms will include nausea. Nausea means you will feel like vomiting, but you won't vomit. Okay, vomiting means you already have vomited, you have already puked. But nausea means it is just a feeling that you want to vomit. So the symptoms will include nausea, vomiting. The person will suffer from diarrhea. Okay. Next is your, in 1883 it was discovered. Next is diphtheria bacillus. It will mainly affect your respiratory tract. It is a respiratory tract infection. It will lead to coughing, sneezing, fever, etc. Okay, and it was founded in the year 1884. So this is all about your germ theory of disease. It was founded by Louis Pasteur 1820 to 1895 and Robert Koch in the year 1877. And these are some of the findings that they have found out. Okay, gonococcus से लेके diphtheria bacillus तक they have found out, and etc. and so on. Means there are lots. There are lots. So I have given only these names, these few names, and lots of findings they have found out, many bacteria still to be found. So this was all about germ theory of disease. So they have disapproved the supernatural theory of disease, and they have come to a conclusion that it is caused by bacteria. So slowly, in this year they have found out. So slowly, there are many signs, there are many, again, it is also caused by viruses also. Slowly is coming up. Okay. Like the new one is also your coronavirus. It is not a bacteria, it is caused by virus. So as time passes by, the finders, we find more and more diseases. So germ theory of disease is important. You study properly. Next is modern medicine. Modern medicine. Modern medicine. I will make few changes in modern medicine, so you don't need to write this one. We can write about the primary healthcare. Primary healthcare also I will give you. Don't write this. Primary healthcare also, it's very important. Okay, primary healthcare. So about that I will give you note in the. I will give you notes on Saturday. Tomorrow I won't take class. I will be on leave. Okay, so Saturday I will give you notes on primary healthcare and modern medicine. So, okay, you join the class again for, I'll just take few minutes activity class, okay, 10 to 15 minutes. So you please join the class again.